All right, now let's take a look at this morning's top stories.
What you need to know before you go. A proposed road project involving U.S. Highway 75 in Hinton brought a packed house to a public hearing last night. The Iowa DOT has come up with a proposed alternative for what the highway would look like going through Hinton in the future. The plan is to match the highway as it is north and south of Hinton. That means a 4-lane divided highway running through the town. Officials say US 75 would have to be widened in town by 32 feet. Due to the location of a rail line on the east side of the highway, the expansion could only take place on the west side of the road. Iowa DOT says that means some housing and businesses along that stretch would be impacted.
It's a tight corridor, like I said, with the railroad to the east and then the business district right there to the west. Not a whole lot of room to work with. So yeah, the impacts of that, there are some historic impacts to those buildings there, and we are working through those. We've done an extensive study to try to determine how we're going to mitigate those impacts.
And Tracy added all the input gathered last night will be used to help them better assess the design process. And people can still submit their thoughts and opinions to the Iowa DOT until July 31st on the project. We have the link on our website. That's at SiouxlandProud.com.
While Iowa has only recorded 3 cases of measles so far, Iowa's low immunization rate for the illness is causing concern for health officials. The Iowa Department of Health and Human Services says the immunization rate for 2-year-olds is 84%. But because measles is so contagious, health officials say the rate should be at least 95% for herd immunity and to prevent outbreaks. The chair of Iowa Immunizes and a pediatrician says vaccination rates dropped during COVID and have not bounced back yet. While parents can be hesitant about vaccines, officials say getting correct information is vital.
There's been a historical myth and concern that immunizing can increase the risk of autism, which is really demonstrated over and over and over again in dozens of studies not to be the case. And now I feel like we're seeing just more kind of partisanship about immunizations, which is unfortunate. Like politicizing immunizations, which really it's a topic that doesn't need to be political. We know these vaccines work very well. We know that we can prevent measles by using them and other dangerous diseases.
Dr. Boonstra said the vaccine is highly effective and provides about 97% immunity after 2 doses.
And next week, the local Ronald McDonald House, along with Iowa Cattlemen's Association, will kick off an annual Iowa tradition. On Wednesday, June 25th, the kickoff for the 43rd Governor's Charity Steer Show will commence at the Ronald McDonald House of Siouxland at 11:15 in the morning. The yearly charity event helps raise funds for Ronald McDonald Houses across Iowa, which support families and their children going through medical treatment. Folks attending the kickoff will get to meet this year's local 4-H member, who will be the steer representative for RMHC of Siouxland. The steer show is held on August 9th at the Iowa State Fairgrounds, and last year's event raised a record high of $568,000.
Sure hope those cattle can avoid the heat.
Absolutely. I know they can definitely avoid that cold, so hopefully that heat is supposed to get very hot, Ethan.
Yeah, we do have heat indices both Friday and Saturday that could be approaching 110 degrees. And as Nick mentioned earlier, this is pretty much off the charts on this one as we see those heat indices at the very top of that graph. You could see definitely quite hot conditions this weekend. Make sure to stay inside if you can. We'll see a few storms and some sunshine with a high of 81 today after that morning fog, dropping down to a low of 56 tonight. And then the reason why you didn't see a heat index on Tuesday is because, well, that's when we see those heat indices pretty much the same as the temperature. That's why it wasn't showing up there. And so we'll see those heat indices much lower as we head into next week. However, looks like it's going to be a much more active pattern starting Monday through Thursday. Make sure to drink plenty of water, stay inside if you can, and also do not leave pets or children in the car. Even adults shouldn't really be in the car, especially without the AC in this heat. definitely can make you sick. So stay inside if you can, and stay safe, and have a great rest of your week.